God's way is the right way. The will of God may shock you, but it's always right in the end. In Mark chapter 14, beginning in verse 32, the subheading is the Garden of Gethsemane. The next subheading is the arrest of Jesus. From there, he's going to go to the council, and then Peter's going to deny him. Those are the subheadings to follow the Garden of Gethsemane. And yet, was this the will of God? Jesus, was it really your will for Jesus to end up in the Garden of Gethsemane? Have you ever broken down the Gospels and what happened? Jesus would fall to his knees. Then he would prostrate himself upon the ground. Then with loud cries, he would begin to plead with his Father to let the cup pass from him. He would begin to sweat on a cold night. Then his capillaries would burst and blood would begin to pour out. It would require an angel to come and tend his human body. Otherwise, the cup he was looking into surely would have killed him. What cup was that? It was the cup of all the genocide. It was the cup of all the rapes and all the murders. It was the cup of him becoming sin, to endure the hell and wrath of God, including the loss of all of his human friends. They didn't even stand with him. Was this the will of God? Isaiah 53:10 says, "It was the will of the Lord to crush Jesus and cause him to suffer." When God allows you to suffer, 1 Peter 4 is pretty clear. Do not be surprised at the fiery trials, as though something strange were happening to you, but rejoice that you participate in the sufferings of Christ. The will of God may shock you, but it's always right in the end. It was Jesus who would pardon our sin. Had God the Father answered God the Son with a yes instead of a no, we don't get salvation. We are not washed whiter than snow. Your very suffering that you're enduring is, if you belong to Jesus, going to end up for your best and for God's glory, because you have a Father who knows what he's doing, and you're participating in the sufferings of Christ. And one day you're going to get to be overjoyed at seeing why Jesus allowed it and what he did through it. Take heart, my friend. God's will may not make any sense now, but one day, if you're serving and loving him, it's going to make great sense in heaven.